Yoga for healing. Let's tap in. We have to keep an eye out for all those tricksters that think that they can sneak up on us. I have 2 decks blended to try to balance out the energy within the reading in the deck so that it's not so negative. But we'll see what comes out and how it comes out. Just trying to make it a little bit more interesting than hearing the same old stories about them. If we're going to hear about them, let's hear something juicier. Since they want to be all up in our business, let's tap in, tap in, tap in. What is it they don't want us to know? For real, for real. Tell us their most deepest secrets since they want to be in our energy. Let's see. Holy Spirit, divine ancestors, all those of the greatest, highest light, what is it that you will share with us tonight? They're in their feelings. And thinking about sex, of course. Sounds like a personal problem to me. Whoa. Let's see. Destroyed in reverse. Not enough in reverse. You're not destroyed and you're not lacking confidence and you're not feeling bound to anyone. Someone that's not ascending. That you're not interested in a red lipstick stain. You're not interested in those that don't want to expand. You're not shattered. You're not broken. And you're not lacking confidence. And you're not on a mission to self-sabotage. Nor are you living in your ego and fear. Feeling frustrated. But someone is not ascending. They're not growing nor learning. This red lipstick stain in reverse could be you not being interested. And I'm also picking up that there's no one else really interested. This is something they don't want to hear. You threw out what does not serve you. You have no problem with tossing out what's not useful or anything that brings you nothing but drama, acting like they're on a TV show. Pregnancy test under ascension in reverse. What else is it that we need to know? So this person that's not ascending may be expecting a child with a red lipstick stain energy that's a key on a ring, one of many options that they don't want you to know about. And they don't like hearing that you do know. They don't want to hear any truths. Recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth. They're blocking out the truth. But they're not able to run from what they're not wanting to hear. This is someone that wants to live a life of paradise. They want to be happy, and they're trying to get you into a honeymoon phase. Girl with a snake at the bottom of the deck. Maintain your boundaries. This is someone that wants to keep secrets, has many options, don't want to hear anything about the truth. Even if you have receipts, they don't want to hear it or see it. They're not going to accept it. This is someone that cannot hide. They're not able to run. And they cannot flee the turmoil they're in, while apparently pretending to be in paradise, being happy, having their wishes fulfilled. Let's see what else. For you, it's game over. You're done with the hopscotch. This person is a total drama that does not have you feeling frustrated. You're not lacking confidence. You've kicked them to the curb. And this has them extremely angry, knowing that they're not ascending and they have something unexpected popping up that's causing them frustration, something else they don't want to hear, because they're facing a lack in finances, a bank failure. Police in reverse. This is someone that has not been caught up yet. But they are seeming to be getting tired of the drama, tired of being angry, tired of being a total drama, tired of being left out, kicked to the curb, only dealing with these key on a ring type energies that have these pop-up pregnancies. This person is behind the scenes in envy, hiding and watching, hopefully gaining a better perspective and gaining some perception, maybe, of how they're moving. Maybe they thought this is normal and that you're weird because you're not destroyed, you're not broken, and they weren't able to trap you or make you feel less than. And they're the ones not ascending, not getting even the red lipstick stain on their collar from you. But they have these keys on the ring, these options. One night stands, string-alongs, and unexpected pregnancies. They're still not wanting to hear the truth. What do we need to know about them not wanting to hear it? Because they're living in a fantasy, believing that they're fighting for what they love, but it's very toxic. copycat. So this person that's spying and stalking you, that wanted to destroy you, is your copycat. And it's a male. It's what I'm gathering. But it could be either or, male or female. Depends on if you're a female, it's a male. If it's a male, it's a female. Oh, this could also just be another chick that is the one that is the key on the ring. That's had a pregnancy scare. This one hasn't been caught up. This one is someone that's been envying you. You don't have any concerns of it. It's just something you're aware of. But for you, it's not. It's something that's never even really started. It's game over from the start. You kick that energy to the curb. And this is frustrating them, that you're ignoring them. Their drama. Their drama's not making you feel a lack in confidence. Why? Because in your mind, it's been game over and you threw that shit in the trash. Whatever somebody wants to throw at you, you throw it right back. Like, bitch, what? This has them pissed. Maybe even pissed that you're not concerned about them being picked up by the police. What's the police? When there's something bigger. Something you don't have to get dressed up for to go to a courtroom. Something that can take you out of here. But this copycat has a real big issue. They're toxic. They don't want to hear anything of the truth, even if you have receipts. I think being a copycat of yours has them feeling really happy. They like trying to be you, but they're not you. They can't escape how fucked up their mind is. Look at these. Grabbing their head, staring. Around the head, around the head, around the head. It's all about that crown chakra and their heart. But they're blocked. Bugaboo, NPC, or NCP, however you say it. What about this pregnancy test? Ew. This pregnancy test is causing her to not sleep around. There's no desire. Why are they changing their minds now? What's going on? They're not expecting. They're not expecting, so they're learning maybe to give self-love. This copycat. They're not expecting. They're not being promiscuous. They're checking themselves. Wow, that's great. But how are they checking themselves if they're not wanting to hear the truth? They're not expressing their own truth. And they're sinking in a depression. So what do we need to know about this They understand they fucked up. They just don't want anybody else to tell them. Something dealing with their promiscuous sexual behavior. They may have had a scare being toxic, living it up, living in a fantasy like they're in a paradise and have no cares in the world, when they're really envious and they can't run from really, truly what's within them. There's no escaping all of that turmoil, that chaos that they have swirling around in their head, in their heart, is darkening their soul. What about this copycat? What else do we need to know? They're not being straight. They're a hater. This is somebody really confused. And it will take a miracle from the Most High above, the ancestors and the spirit guides, to take care of this one. Oh yeah. And they are aware of it. Oh yeah. That's why this is in reverse. They got this. Already knowing the tea at the bottom of the deck. Before I even looked, I said what I was saying, but I know who got my back. And who has others that resonate with this story. We know who has our back, our sides, left and right, top and bottom. What else do we need to know about this hater? They want to give you a fake apology, but they will be keeping secrets. Keeping you a secret. Yeah, they will be keeping it a secret that they would even be approaching you. Investigating. They're investigating to see if you're in a union or marriage or in a soul connection. That's why they're coming around. They're snooping. So this hater copycat that thinks they're hiding everything is going to be coming around to snoop, investigating to see what's going on in your life. What soul connections are you making? So what else do we need to know about this heifer? Male or female? They're tired of drama. They want to, excuse me, throat chakra all of a sudden. They themselves want a commitment. So maybe they're sneaking around because they want to try to snatch whoever's coming around you. And they realize that whoever comes around you would have to be worthwhile to stay around. So if there was someone staying around, they would try to find out some information. Because I'm sure they're aware the other little slimy scumballs got sent home real fast. Tired of the drama. What's this? Yeah, they want a love story. They want to live a fantasy. They're wondering who's next to you. Who's calling you? Who's thinking about you? And they have this picture in their head. They probably get off on it because they know that feeling. But at the same time, it pisses them off. This person is insane. And they can't stop the pattern. They're being silent right now. But they know that they've been cut out. You've been separated. Beware, they could have a weapon. A knife, something sharp. Sidebar. But this is a nutcase. Already knowing the tea. Nope. They don't know what's going on in your story. They don't know. If you're getting unconditional love, if someone's blowing kisses at you, and if you're getting the affection that you give returned. Is someone being fair to you, is what they want to know. What will they be left with, divine? A caution sign to back the fuck up. They want to use this seduction when there's a third party. They want to try to use temptation and hook up. They better be cautious of trying to seduce you. Because the next place they put their whatever, or they allow whatever to put their mouth on their wherever, they may have an issue. Temptation is going to catch them up. Their own seduction, their own ways, their own patterns that they refuse to change is going to get them caught up. This is what you need to know. But you never know when it's going to come, right? What about this police? Higher commitment, partnership. Oh, a union. Are they working with? They were working with the police, but now they're not. Or this person was part of the police and now they're not. What is that? What is this police reverse with this commitment, engagement? They don't have the police committed to working with them, to have them grounded in security. They've been discarded. They're irrelevant news for them, and they look at them like a bugaboo. So this person may even been trying to get you caught up with the police. They were committed to going to the police station, trying to have the stability there, putting on a performance to help their side. But this became outdated, old news for the police station that sees them as a bugaboo, that they need to check themselves. What else we need to know about this total drama? Bad choices. Going up in smoke for betrayal, backstabbing, hanging around traitors, being deceitful, unworthy of anyone's trust. That's why you threw them in the trash. You threw the relationship, the memories, all of it. And you're not getting a room with this total drama person that wanted to have you in your ego. Like if you weren't with them, then you weren't nothing. Really? It looks like it's the other way around. Because they are the ones outdated, in a state of mind that's conditioned, replaying old events, still playing out old patterns because they have no soul. They're only here for the game, the deceitfulness, the game that's over, the game that the devil plays, and all those energies and entities that work with it to bring down the light, those that they want to destroy but cannot, because they're stuck in outdated thinking that they can outsmart you. They're not ascending. Oh, hit the floor. Hit the floor. They don't want you to know because they're not ascending, they are descending into a depression. And where we started and ended, they're in their feelings. What about this game over? Because they wanted to have a private relationship. That's why it's over. They're all about putting on a show. And they're angry because they've been kicked to the curb. And you're not following the pieces. And they're suffering. We'll leave that right there because I'm sure we will hear more. Peace.